Hello everyone, and welcome to my Coronation Street Official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The story of Gail Platt's departure while Bethany's horror surgery carries on. Gail Platt's possible departure from Weatherfield after 50 years has been alluded to on Coronation Street, as Bethany Platt's surgical nightmares persist. Recently, fans of the ITV soap opera witnessed Bethany travel to Turkey to work at a facility that performs cosmetic surgery. Bethany was notified by Debbie Webster that her friend, the CEO of a cosmetic surgery company, was seeking someone to write an advertisement about their new facility in Turkey. Her boyfriend Daniel Osborne persuaded her to reconsider after she had first rejected it. After traveling to Turkey, Bethany will experience a traumatic event that will change her life when she decides to have liposuction at the clinic and the procedure goes horribly wrong. The situation gets worse when Bethany neglected to disclose the procedure to her travel insurance, which leaves the Platt family scrambling to come up with the money so Bethany can be released from the hospital. Watchers will witness Lucy Fallon's character, Bethany, in a critical state following a botched treatment that left her with a permanent stoma and sepsis. According to spoilers, next week on Corey, Sarah, Bethany's mother, will beg her ex-husband Adam Barlow to check her voicemail since she is waiting for news from a loan firm and is unable to access it while in Turkey. Adam is startled to hear one from Damon Hay, his romantic rival, as he listens. Subsequently, Sarah is approached by the CEO of the cosmetic surgery company at the Turkish hospital, who explains that they would like to cover her hotel expenses. The CEO hands Sarah Bethany's consent paperwork when she insists that they cover Sarah's medical expenses. Grandmother Audrey Roberts believes they ought to go online and expose the truth about the cosmetic surgery company after David Platt informs her that Bethany's medical expenses are not being paid by them. David is appalled by Gail's suggestion that they sell the house to pay for Bethany's medical expenses, pointing out that they would end up homeless. Ken Barlow advises Daniel Osborne to reconsider after he discloses his intention to assist Bethany with a portion of his son Bertie's trust fund money. It coincides with Gail's planned departure from the street at the end of 2024, after actress Helen Worth's decision to relinquish the renowned character after 50 years. The poignant parts from her final storyline, which she began filming during the summer, will be seen on television towards the end of the year. Helen released a statement confirming her departure, saying, "After celebrating 50 years in the most wonderful job on the most wonderful street in the world, this felt like the perfect time to leave the show. I communicated with the producers at the beginning of the year after making the decision, and they were really understanding and nice." She continued, saying, "I have been incredibly fortunate to work with amazing actors, directors, and crew, as well as to be handed the most amazing scripts every single week. The last 50 years have gone fairly quickly, and I don't think it really hit me that I'm leaving." The love story of Cleaver realizing her birth mother was married to her co-star is described. The love story of Cleaver discovering her birth mother was married to her co-star is told. After learning that her birth mother was married to her co-star, Coronation Street actress Sue Cleaver referred to her discovery as a love story. The actress, Sue, was 23 years old when she earned a small role in the play Oedipus at Manchester's Royal Exchange Theatre in 1986. Sue had been adopted at the age of 10 days. Michael N. Harbour, her co-star, was so taken aback by her that he blurted out to the stage manager, "Oh my God, she's the spitting image of my wife," when I met her. Sue, best known for her role as Elaine Grimsaw on the ITV soap opera, writes candidly in her new memoir, A Work in Progress, "I was completely obsessed with him and fascinated by his stories about his family. I wasn't sure why." After making fun of Sue's northern accent during a Sunday luncheon with the cast, Michael inquired about her birthplace and date of birth. Michael quickly called his wife Leslie and said, "I've found her," when she replied that she was born on September 2nd, 1963, in Barnet, Greater London, not the North. 5 years prior to meeting Michael, at the age of 17, Sue's birth mother, Leslie Sizer Grieve, had given her up for adoption. This information is reported by The Mirror. Afterwards, Michael told Sue, "You are my wife's daughter," and escorted her to a hotel where Leslie was waiting for her. Regarding that instant, the soap star remarked, It seemed like an endless walk to the door. I had a jumble of emotions, including fear, excitement, anxiety, and adrenaline. We hugged and chatted nonstop till 5 in the morning. Claire Grieve, Sue's biological name, was taken in by Fred and John Cleaver, a young couple, and she moved in with them and their 5-year-old son Paul. In the meantime, Leslie and Michael had 2 teenage children who were unaware that they had a half-sister. But because of the striking resemblance and the coincidence of the dates, Michael felt his wife had always been curious about her oldest kid and that she had now been discovered. It resembled a love tale almost. We had to talk to each other and be around each other for the first 2 weeks, which was really stressful. She was never at all like my mother. My mother, who raised me, is my mother. However, a clear attachment existed. Leslie passed away tragically at the beginning of the pandemic, but Sue continues, I have 2 beautiful half-sisters. Being close to them, I spent a lot of time with Kate, the youngest. Leslie attended my father's funeral. My parents were quite kind. It's been wonderful. It seems very much like we're a member of a larger family. Sue, 61, began her Coronation Street career about 25 years ago. And in yet another amazing turn of events, Helen Worth, her cobbler, used to live with Leslie. She knew that Leslie had this child she'd given up, Sue claims. And Helen is godmother to one of my half-sisters. Sue, a panelist on Loose Women, an ITV lunchtime chat program, claims that her relationship with her parents and brother Paul was unaffected by the discovery. The actress states, I've only ever had one mother, and she was so warm and generous. Her memoir is available on Thursday. She greeted Leslie with wide arms and said she was welcome to visit at any moment, so there was no envy. Following a once popular couple, Coronation Street viewers have made an appeal, stating they miss them. During the most recent visit to Weatherfield, Daisy Midgley made a confession that brought back memories of her unhappy relationship with Daniel Osborne for viewers of the ITV soap opera. Ryan Connor broke up with Daisy last week because he felt he could no longer compete with Daniel for her affections after failing to progress their relationship. Even though Daisy said she loved Ryan, he told her it wasn't enough, and that even if they were no longer together, they will always be connected by their shared tragedy from the acid incident that involved Daisy's stalker Justin Rutherford in March 2023. He knew Daisy still harbored feelings for Daniel. However, Daisy was seen on Monday night's episode of Corey, confirming Ryan's concerns. Daniel was seen coming by the Rovers to check on Daisy after hearing that her romance with Ryan had come to an end. Daisy quickly seized the chance to tell her ex-fiancé how she really felt, despite the fact that he was recently back in a relationship with Bethany Platt. While they were talking, Daniel was getting calls from Bethany all the time, but he was more concerned about Daisy than responding to her texts. He began, I'm sorry. I know that feelings alter, even though they don't go away. I'm currently with Bethany.